In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up multiple page print files, and that means basically, if there's different flavors or versions for the same label, we actually set up one page for one entire label, a second page for the other flavor of the label, and we can actually tell this new printer that it can print, so many copies of page one before it prints however many copies of page two. And so, but this is a little bit different setup process, but not by much. So you're gonna open up the job and you're gonna go to the imposition files, and you'll see that this one at the end tells you there's two labels in this file. So it's a multiple page PDF with 2 pages on it and one imposition file on each page. So once it's open it in your imposition wizard. Okay, and then select your, let's just say, 8.5-inch roll. Looks like we can fit 2 across. Now you see how what it's doing is each page it's going to create a file for each imposition file in that. And we're going to go 4 up. That looks about, yeah. And then you would snap it with the minimal sheet setting here so that the artboard snaps to the reg marks. And this is basically what you're going to produce. But you can do this up to 5, let's say 5 pages of artwork. And in this example, there's only 2 different pieces, but if there was 5 different ones, it would be 5 different pages, 1 here, 2 here, 3 over here, and so on. Actually, I guess it would be below them. And but you don't want to go into each page and extract the cut lines out of each page in the document. And so to get around that, I'm going to show you another feature in imposition. It's called shuffle. If you go to layout right here on the first tab, it's called shuffle. And shuffle allows you to place whatever image in whatever spot you want. So if I just went 1, 2, it's going to place labels 1 and 2 next to each other. For the second row, I could do 2 and 1. You see how that works? But so we're going to make the cut file first by doing a multiple page one. And to do that, we're just going to go 1, and make sure you put the space in between these numbers. If you don't, it'll think you're talking about number 11. So put a space there. And then I'm just going to copy this. Okay, so here's how we set up the cut file once. You're just going to generate that, save it in the same folder you got the imposition one from. And you're going to call this 8.5 roll, just so Andy, our printer, knows what size roll to use. And then it's going to be called the N file. Oh wait, I take that back. This is actually the cut file. So you're going to save it as cut. And then you're going to take that cut file that you just made, open it in Illustrator, and we're basically going to do the same thing we did on the more basic video. Select the cut file and make sure the blue and the red marks is also selected with this select same stroke feature up here in select same stroke color. And then once you have them all selected, put them on their own layer for now. See that? And then you're going to delete the artwork layer. Then you're just going to save over this. So we have the cut file made. Next, you're going to go back to your folder. You're going to go to your original imposition artwork, and you're going to open it this time in Illustrator. Then you're going to delete the blue cut lines from it. And then you're going to save it again and put a little star at the end of the file name, just so that we save that original imposition file in case we need to recreate all this again. But because you can't create the cut file without those blue lines. Okay, it won't let me use the star. All right, I don't really care what you put, but I'm going to just put a Z, anything that's different, and use the same pattern. So okay, once that's saved.
Do these people want more samples? Because I sent a thing to them yesterday.
I'm making a video right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did.
I was like, I could have sworn I recognized this.
Okay, so where were we? Okay, so yeah, okay. Once you save the new imposition file without the cut lines, you're just gonna go and you gotta save it as a PDF though. It's weird. Okay, so once you got the PDF one saved with the no cut lines, you're just going to open it back up in imposition. And imposition will always save whatever settings you use last. So everything's how we want it, except we're going to change this from shuffle to step and repeat. And then boom, there's our print file. Now, you could use shuffle and set up, a print file of just ones and a print file of just twos, and then take away the cut lines. But I find it easier to just make the cut file first and then delete them from the actual imposition file. So I can just open this up and then just hit generate. Now you can imagine if this was a 16 different version job, how quickly you could set these up. All 16 of them would be laid out right here, and then you're done, versus actually having to go in and take the cut lines out. So once you're done, just generate that, and then save it. Click on here so you get this name, and then just save it as end. And that's it. So you can see each print file is on its own page for our printer. That's pretty much everything you need to know, except for maybe once you're done with a print file, you need to go to your job that you're doing on the Short Run Labels website, and whatever job it was, you just go in here and you check the print file ready icon that tells Andy that it's ready to print. I'm sure you do something very similar for the YBS stuff, so that should be. And you can get all the information you need for a job in here for once you start doing proofing. But for now, you're just going to be setting them up. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and email me.